Hello, and welcome to our AVEVA Select California YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be talking about AVEVA Historian Backfill utility. First of all, let's talk about auto summary. AVEVA Historian maintains and separates auto summary partition for storing automatically generated summaries, used for faster retrieval over long time intervals. The historian generates a local replication entity and a 1-hour summary tag for every analog tag in the system. As values arrive for an analog tag, historian automatically computes and records a summary. Auto summary values are stored in their own history blocks within the auto summary partition. With auto summarization, historian can quickly and efficiently retrieve large volume data for a long duration, even months or years. It's important to note that the auto summary feature was available beginning with AVEVA Historian 2017. From the time you installed or upgraded to AVEVA Historian 2017, the system has been creating auto summary values for your analog tags. To backfill values for times before that installation or upgrade, you can use the Replication Backfill utility, or the Backfill utility, which we're going to be talking about in today's video. So first of all, where do we find this backfill utility or the replication backfill manager? You can find that in the C program files x86 Wonderware historian x64. So if you scroll down a little bit, you can see this AAH backfill ul.executable. And if you double click on that, you get the Replication Backfill Manager pop-up window. Before we get into how to use it, let's just mention general scenarios or situations where you would want to use the backfill utility. And those scenarios, for example, let's say you've been working on an older version of the historian. Let's say you've been working on historian 2012 or 2014, okay, for some time. And for a few years, and then you upgrade it to 2017 or 2020. And as we mentioned, the auto summary generation feature is only being introduced with AVEVA Historian 2017. Prior to that, historians didn't actually perform this. So once you upgrade, the historian will start generating the auto summary for you. So if you upgrade to 2020 to historian 2020, it will start generating the auto summary data for you. However, what happens to all the data that you already have in your historian that didn't have any auto summary data generated? So for that 4 or 5 years prior to the upgrade, how do you generate auto summary data for that old data? And this is what we use the backfill utility for. So you can actually generate auto summary data on the older data that you had prior to the upgrade. The other scenario is, for example, if you're using a tier 1 historian and you decide to utilize a tier 2 historian and you want to replicate your auto summary data into your tier 2 historian. Again, this is where you would use the backfill utility, and this is a feature of AVEVA Historian 2023. This is actually a brand new feature. They've added the replication or like backfilling data into a replication server, and that includes a tier 2 historian. It could also be a Pi server. So pretty much any replication server that you have set up in your tier 1 historian. Now let's go back and look at the backfill utility. By default, it's in this location, as you can see on the screen. And if you double click on it, the replication backfill manager pops up. And as you can see, if you expand that replication server menu, all you can see is local summary replication. Both are for local replication, and this is because we haven't configured any replication servers yet. So let's go ahead and configure a replication server. We're going to go to the Operation Control Management console and expand Historian, Historian A, Configuration Editor, then System Configuration, Replication, and this is where you would find the replication servers. I'm going to go ahead and right-click there and create a new replication server. I'm going to type the node name. My tier 2 historian in this demo is called HIST2. Description is tier 2 historian, and I need to add the replication server username and password. Once I have all of that configured, I'm just going to click on next, and then I already had the server and deleted it before, therefore I'm getting this notification here that the path already exists. And this here talks about the replication default prefix. You can change that. You're going to leave everything as default. And as you can see there, the historian tier 2 replication server is created. I expanded the analog summary. I went ahead to add tags into the analog summary there. So I'm adding 2 tags here. Click on apply. Once I'm done, I'm just going to click on close. And this is for the 15 minutes analog summary application. Once I'm happy with the replication server and the all the settings that I've just configured, I'm going to go ahead and look for the utility. As you can see, I'm going to the same default folder path where the utility is located. I'm going to double click on the utility, and once I click on the replication server menu here, you can see that HIST2 was added, which is the replication server that I have just added. Previously, this was not there. And I'm going to adjust the time there, the start time. So I'm going to basically start in the past to backfill the auto summary for tier 2 historian or into tier 2 historian. And this is simply how you would utilize the historian backfill utility to backfill into your tier 2 historian. You could do that for, again, any replication server. It could be Data Hub, Pi server, or Insight. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to check other videos about AVEVA products on our AVEVA Select California YouTube channel.